Well, I guess we could probably get to the shoes.
We
We're
could
only
probably get to
21 minutes into
Right.
the episode.
Why not, dude? Why not? I decided I was going to wear a bunch of camo for this episode because today we are talking about my camo Air Maxes, the Volt. I had it on my computer, not my headphones.
Oh, okay.
I wanted it in
happens.
the cans.
Yep, the cans.
Yeah, dog. What's happening?
Not a whole lot. Just hanging out. Put a bid in on a gun today.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we went shooting. I took Maricha and Eliza shooting
Yeah.
on Tuesday. Maricha had never shot a gun before. I just have a couple 22s.
Yeah.
And it was a good time. And she took like 3 shots and was just like, all right, I want a gun.
Oh, really? It was that
sold.
quick? Just like sold.
No, it
Wow.
was. I mean, shooting guns is fun.
It is. It is fun.
Yeah,
dangerous stuff is fun.
It didn't feel that dangerous. I mean, one of us shot at a time and the other 2 just stood behind. There was this other guy at the range too, but we were 20 feet apart, and he was shooting at one thing and we were shooting at a different thing, and it was fine.
Oh yeah.
He had a whole bunch of guns. He had like an AK-47 and some handguns. This guy was loaded for bear.
He's the real deal.
Yeah, he wasn't messing around. But he was a nice dude.
That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty fun. So now we're all looking at guns. The one I put a bid on is a CZ P10C.
Okay.
It's a 9mm like semi-automatic handgun.
All right.
It's a rip-off of a Glock, but apparently the trigger is better.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't spend that much time looking
at guns.
No,
yeah, that's
not
okay.
Right now.
I don't usually either, but then I got excited about guns because those two wanted to get guns. So then I was like, I ought to get a gun. God damn it. And so now I've been reading about guns.
I mean, it's fun. I've been reading a lot about motorcycles still. Just learning as much as I can. I'm just like, oh, there's a difference between air cooled versus liquid cooled, and
oh yeah,
just falling down rabbit holes.
There's cars that were air cooled.
Really? I was wondering about that. I was going to ask you.
The Volkswagen Beetle, the classic Volkswagen Beetle.
Like that's probably why it overheated.
Not the current one. Yes, and then Porsche 911s up until whichever generation came out in the mid-90s.
They were all
up until the mid-90s. They were air cooled. They were a flat 6, and they were air cooled. And you can tell in air cooled Porsche they sound different, and they're like the old body style and stuff.
Yeah. Is there any advantage to being air cooled?
You don't have to put coolant in it.
I guess. Yeah.
I don't think there's. I think it's just a matter of simplicity.
Yeah.
That there's less stuff going on.
That's part of it with motorcycles. Typically, your cruisers are air cooled. There's some of the Ducatis that are, like the Ducati Scrambler is, which was interesting because a lot of the racy Ducatis are liquid cooled, but the Scrambler is
I think that's
air cooled.
The liquid cooled. If you're trying to get a lot of power out of it, you have to go liquid cooled because you're just. I mean, you don't have to, but it's so much more expensive. On Porsches, the aftermarket companies that soup them up.
Yeah.
They make those air-cooled engines with turbochargers on them and stuff.
Oh, really?
Where they take the old Porsche engine and they kind of just beef it up and build the best version of it.
Yeah.
But the air-cooled ones are stupid expensive. And you might get 450 horsepower or something out of the top premium one.
Yeah.
But it's a couple $100,000 or something. It's outrageously expensive to actually get real power out of air cooled just because it's kind of it just doesn't really work that well.
Yeah.
You need so much more air to dissipate heat. The volume of
that's heat, why just now I was so surprised that there were
the volume of air required to dissipate heat is a lot greater than the volume of liquid required, basically, I think.
And it would be hard to run it in the summer or like in hot places. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Like if you live in Iceland, you might be able to get away with it.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But
so I did fall down the car, the motorcycle that I fell down the huge rabbit hole of reading about. And spoiler alert, I decided I do not want it, but they are bringing the KTM Duke 200 to the United States. It's never been here before.
What is that?
It's a small displacement bike, so it's the smallest. So the Duke series is kind of like their naked sort of race street bike.
Oh, okay.
KTM is
doing. So it's like
a
street bike, but with a 200cc, like a real tiny street bike.
Like a tiny street bike. It can still do like 85.
Okay, so does it compete with like?
But it's like
250.
Dude, no, it's like 250 pounds. Like it's super small.
Okay.
And it's for racing. It's a fast go-kart, really. It's supposed to compete with the Honda Grom, but it actually has some balls to it. And it has 6 gears and it's got a bunch of bells and whistles. And it's under that. It's like, I want to say it's like $5,000. So it's right in that same price point. It's supposed to kind of compete with that, but it's like pretty much the reason I decided I don't want it is it can do highway speeds, but it would be like a crosswind is going to take you out. Like that is not enough.
Okay.
I was like, oh, this is kind of rad. Like a $5,000 bike that you can kind of zip around. It's like, if you want to zip around town, but like still, it's like you want to be able to hit highway speeds, but you can't, but you aren't going to ride it on highway speeds. If that makes any sense. I don't know.
It's top. The
kind
top
of a pointless
there.
bike.
The top speed is there, but you're realistically not going to use it.
Yeah.
Other than to do like maybe if you're on a track and there's a straightaway, you'll rev it up to the top speed and then be like, all right, I don't want to die. And slow back down.
It's like if you want to learn how to like race around a track, it is the perfect bike because it's not that expensive. They're single cylinder, which I thought that was interesting. It's a single cylinder bike. But if I was going to get one of those, I'm like, oh, you get just for $1,000 more, you get the 390, which is way better. Like it's a 390cc.
Okay.
But it's the bike that they've had here for a while. And it's like, it's the one, like if you see a KTM Duke driving around, it's usually that one.
That's what that is.
Yeah. And then it's just kind of like, I think they're like
So have you gotten your bike out on the highway yet?
Yeah. I rode it on the highway a bunch this week.
Nice. Have you gotten it up to like, what's the fastest you've gone? 80?
60. No, it technically can do that. I haven't done 80 on it yet. I'll be real. I'll be totally honest. The fastest I've done is like 70. And that was for like a second. It's not, it's definitely like when it's not comfortable going. I'm not super comfortable on it going like over 55 right now.
Okay.
It's pretty loud. And I'm getting used to just the fact that like you can take the RPMs a lot higher on a motorcycle. Also, because the engine's exposed, it's going to be super loud. And like the driving a stick shift for so long, brain is like, that's not like, I need another gear.
The noise. Okay, I could see that.
And you can feel it. Like it can do
your bike
it.
Doesn't have a tack, so you can't see like how you can't like see the red line and be like, okay, I didn't even come close.
But I went and I like researched it and I watched a bunch of these videos. I didn't understand what they were talking about, but they had it on this like these rollers and they like take it all the way to the top. Like
like a dynamometer.
Yeah, that
measures the horsepower and torque at
exactly.
At
those. And I was looking at the graphs, and it has like basically I don't know what it's called, but like it's almost like a governor. So like it won't let you overdo it. Like at a certain point,
it won't. It has a rev limiter.
A rev limiter. That's what it is. Yeah.
Okay, so it won't let you redline it. So
no,
once you hit that, it's gonna go.
Yeah,
like that.
I've never gotten to that point.
My car has a rev limiter.
Oh, really?
I've bounced it off the rev limiter in my car just because I was like, I'm gonna do a pull in my fucking base model Subaru. This was a while ago, and yeah, it went. It goes like that because it's like bouncing.
Okay.
Like it takes the RPMs up to wherever it makes them stop, and then it.
Yeah. So once I read about the rev limiter,
kind of, I think it just cuts the engine or like the fuel for a second or something. Like the engine cuts the throttle, so because that's why it goes.
So it does have that, and I've taken it not as close as I think I have.
Okay, you ought to just take it all the way there and see where that is at like each speed. And
oh yeah, that's a good point. Like do it in like fourth gear
take it on an empty road and just do a pull and see just do your 0 to 60.
It was a bit of a game changer for me in how I was riding after I learned about that, because I was like worried about messing up my bike.
Yeah, you're granny shifting it.
And I was kind of
like burp,
yep, a little bit. Dude, and I'm still getting used to it. It's just like there's this new thing that I've experienced. Fatigue. That's a new element that I hadn't really considered.
Oh, like getting tired just from riding the bike?
Yeah, or so I rode like 6 days in a row, and every day I went an extra, not intent. This was not planned. I just worked out with my schedule, and my confidence was just like on the up. I rode 6 days back to back, and one of the days I actually just drove it as my main vehicle around town. And I do not have the grip strength to do that anymore. Like yet, that's not.
Oh.
So like, and I was driving it. I drove it further.
Okay. So your hands got tired from like goofing around with the clutch and the brake.
Yeah, literally, my hands just aren't.
You got
used
like,
to, like
carpal tunnel or some shit.
I mean,
I guess that's not carpal.
My thumbs kind of hurt, and my finger. It's just like lifting too heavy of weights or something. Like it's like working out for 6 days in a row. I mean, it's only
so then you just got to eat some protein and give it a couple days rest and be back at it.
Yeah, so I'm on a rest day right now. I'm just taking a couple days off. I also had like a moment where I was on a highway, going highway speeds, and somebody passed me on a blind corner with a double yellow, and a car came, like they almost got in a car accident trying to pass me, and it was just scary. Okay, it was just real scary. I mean, clearly, spoiler alert. Here, I'm here.
You were not killed in this incident, but
it was just like, and then of course, like right after the corner, there was a turn. There was, or not a turn, a passing lane, and it was wide open.
Yeah, but I guess. Yeah, if you're on a bike, then just the shit that if you were in a car, you'd just be like, look at this fucking dipshit. What are you doing, man?
I was slowing
on a bike. You're like,
I'm slowing for a turn. Like I'm going from 55 to 45 because we're about to go over a 90-degree corner that says 40. So I'm slowing before that, and then they decided to overtake me and basically cut me off. But I I was like, I heard their engine. I could hear their engine. And I was like, what the fuck? So I slowed, brought it down.
Pulled over.
I slowed down and I got over. It is nice. Like if you're in a car, you're taking up the whole lane. At least I can kind of get over on the, like really close to the shoulder. And but the scary thing was like, if they got in a car accident, I'm right there. Like if they
and you're a lot more exposed
if they had head on right there, like it was scary, and I was fine. And then I got back to my car and I just broke down. I was just like, and I was confused. I was like, what's going on? Why am I just crying all of a sudden? And then I was like, oh, there was that like really scary moment that I had going really fast. So that happened. I stuffed it down like a man.
Well done.
And then and then it seeped out. I pushed that down, just stuffed it down, finished the ride, and then once I got in my safe giant Prius,
hybrid,
my giant Prius, my Mitsubishi Prius. It's just like I basically drive a chubby Prius. That's what I like. It's like an overweight. It's an overweight.
It's just
Prius.
a big. Well, I mean, it's big bone too.
It's big bone.
Yeah, like that's a linebacker of a Prius. It's
yeah.
It's lifted, it's longer.
Yep.
Bjorn drives like the Mitsubishi truck with the hybrid Mitsubishi truck.
Outlander.
Yeah.
PHEV, plug-in hybrid vehicle.
Yep,
as well
that's
as
what he drives.
Yep, that's what I drive.
Which is a roided up Prius, but still.
It's a roided up Prius.
It's faster than the Prius, I think. And
I think it is, but
it's definitely way bigger than a Prius.
Yeah. And nobody realizes it's an
it's
electric vehicle
it's a
until
nice car.
I mean, I like it. It's I think my style is shifting. I think because it's just a lease, and so I'm going to get something else, and I've been thinking about what the something else is going to be.
Oh, when's your lease up on that?
I mean, it's a wild. I still got a few years on it.
Like a year. Oh, okay.
I got a few years left on it, but I'm still just kind of like, because we're looking at cars for my partner, and like, because he's not sure about that Lexus. Like,
oh yeah,
it is the best car for him. Like, and everything we look at, it's like not as good. Like, we're looking at the RAV4 hybrid that just came out, and it's like, yeah, it's cool, but like the gas mileage isn't that good on it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's not as good as
that
the
Lexus is just a Prius, isn't it?
It's a Prius. Yeah, it's a Prius.
Yeah, it's just a Prius, but with like nicer seats.
Right, with leather seats. It's just a leather. It's a leather daddy Prius is what it is.
You can, if you get the top trim Prius, they have like, I guess it's fake leather. I think it's fake in the Lexus too. My parents have I think theirs is a 15, but it was like the top trim model. They got it used. So it has all the toys. It's got like that radar cruise control, which is the shit.
Oh, weird.
Does your car have that? Okay,
no. It's got all these, it's got a lot of bells and whistles in it, but
the radar cruise is the best thing ever. Because you're like, if you're driving on the freeway for like a long period of time, you just set it, and when it comes up behind another car, it just paces them. And then if you want to pass, you just hop in the left lane and it goes back up to the speed that you set. Like crazy. I drove it here one time from Montana, like here and back when I interviewed for my job a few years ago. And I went like 500 miles without touching a pedal. I just like, I think like from as soon as I got on whatever highway, like the last highway I was on.
Yeah.
Like it's not 500, but the whole, anytime once I'd get on a highway, I didn't have to touch a pedal until I got on a different one. Like, it just slows down and speeds back up for you. That's fantastic.
Cool. Well, so like my car would best be described as a lot of features that nobody wanted. It was like, I feel like the whole design of it is like, okay, we got it to work. And then there was someone that was just like, oh, well, we have this thing that can do this. Do you want to just, and they're like, yeah, put that in there and we'll sell it as a feature. Like, so I have like the different buttons that I have this one called auto lock, I think is what it's called. Basically you push that, and if you come to a complete stop, you can just let go and it just stays stopped. And then it goes again when you push the gas.
See, I don't trust that.
It's weird. I use it like occasionally. It's like pretty rare. No, I mean it works. And the e-brake is a button, which is weird.
It's what car?
But the other features that it has is like I can do save the battery, which means it uses only gas. It doesn't use the electric. And then I've got, and it just like saves the battery life.
And there's an electric only mode, right?
There's an electric only mode. And then there's also a charge mode that you can do, which is where the engine charges the battery.
But your car, since it does electric only, yours has electric motors that drive it, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's different than the Prius.
Yeah.
Prius has an electric motor that's like hooked up to the crankshaft. So the Prius, like it doesn't have those modes. It can go electric only, but only up to like 30 miles an hour because like the electric motor also feeds into the transmission or whatever.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, I guess I don't know all of. I haven't. I did, and then I forgot about it.
It doesn't really matter. The Prius still does really well on gas, but it's like it's a different system. Like yours is kind of cool because it's a motor charging batteries.
Right.
That's what your motor does, is charge batteries. And then
I'm gonna move my dog really quick. I gave him a Kong, a frozen peanut butter Kong, but he finished it. So
now
he's complaining. So,
all right. Well, I guess we could probably get to the shoes. We're probably 21 minutes into the episode.
Why not, dude? Why not? I decided I was going to wear a bunch of camo for this episode because today we are talking about my camo Air Maxes, the Volt Air Max 1.
90. That's an Air Max.
Or Air Max 90, excuse me. Sorry, I was just looking at the Air Max 1. Air Max 90 in the green camo. I really like this shoe, first of all. Very cool shoe. I took an L on the drop of it. I think it was one of the first.
So did I. Didn't I try for that one?
Yeah, I think we both tried for it. Took an L, and then I even entered some raffles. Definitely didn't get it. And then I was watching it and watching the price of it, and it had kind of a high point, and then right when it dropped, I'll just bring it up. Right when it dropped, it was worth something more, but then it kind of just stayed pretty stagnant here at about 180, which is what I paid for it. I paid 180. Today when I went to it, it was it said 95, and I was like, what? God damn it, I should have waited. But yeah, I paid 180 for it.
Did it actually go down to 95 today?
No, that's a stupid size that nobody.
Oh, okay.
About. The 4, no.
The size, yeah.
The size 4 is 95.
Yeah, so if you're I guess that's for women basically.
Yeah.
A men's size 4 is a women's 6.5, which I think is a pretty reasonable size that a lot of ladies wear.
Yeah. So here's the detail. It in the picture, and this is what it came with. The white laces in this photo. The white laces don't look bad. They kind of look almost gray in this photo.
They do. They look kind of dull. But you were saying you put the black laces in it, right?
So yeah, I got the black laces in it, and I like them way more.
I think the black laces look dope.
There's not that much white on this. There's
no, the white almost looks white looks like they had some white laces in the parts bin and they just threw them in. The black laces kind of look more like what
this looks like.
Have.
Exactly.
It looks sharper. I like it.
I wore it for a while with the white laces, and then just last week I switched it. I was bored, and I was watching a movie or something, and I was like, oh yeah, I wanted to see what it looked like. So I did one, and then I actually rocked them with one white, one black for a while. And after you and a few other people said that the black was nicer, I conformed
to black.
And I like the black way better. And I actually like the shoe better now, and I've worn it more often with the black laces in.
Yeah, no, I think it looks dope with the black laces. I really like it.
Something that I think is notable about it, the color, probably in this picture, in the picture on there, it is very different in person. And as somebody who does color correction for product photos, I understand. This is a very hard color to achieve, the real look of it. And it depends on what lights you use and if you're just using straight up white lights, on StockX, it looks more green. I would say it's almost more yellow in person.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen you wear it in person, and it's greenish, but it's yellow highlighter.
Yeah.
Over whatever it looks like on the screen now, combined with yellow highlighter. It's very, very bright.
Yeah.
And the green only shows through a little bit in person.
It would be more of a highlighter.
They still look cool. They're attention grabbing regardless. They're very bright and you can see them.
Yeah. So they're just like, this is my favorite style of Air Max. I think we've discussed that in the past.
Yeah, the 90s are your favorite.
I like the 90 the most of all of them. I really like, just like notable things for me, I like plastic crap on my I like this like plasticky rubbery stuff on my shoes. It just I just enjoy that. I really like this. It's like it's the leather on it, or the suede. It's like partially suede and like, I'm not sure if it's painted or I think it's painted. I didn't really like look that up, but it's like,
no, that shoe,
you get those two textures, which I like, and then combine that with like this texture. And
that colorway looks really good on the Air Max 90.
Yeah.
Like there are some colorways of the 90 that I don't really like, but that one, like I'm hit or miss on the 90, but that one I think looks really nice.
Yeah. And I'm secretly glad that it hasn't gone down in price, just for my own personal
thing. I always hate that if I buy a shoe and then it goes down. I'm just like, oh, fuck.
Because I was checking this one a lot.
That shoe was cool.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, I thought it was cool.
Was I wrong? Being gaslit by the sneaker community.
Right. Feeling gaslit by the sneaker community. Yep. Now, I'm like, I just wear a lot of camo. Like, I just always have. I usually have like a rule personally, like one camo thing, because I try not to look like I'm going hunting. I like, and I also tend to stick to like just more of the traditional camos, or like, I mean, this hat is a little bit flashy and crazy, but it's like
a blaze camo though.
Yeah,
so that's like a hunting, like you could wear that actual hunting.
It's a Montana hat.
That is literally a hunting hat.
It is literally. I probably got this from a gas station or a Walmart or one of those.
Like there are old dudes to this day that would wear exactly that hat to go hunting.
Yeah. It's a solid choice. And then it would go with these shoes. I'm on the fence. I might also be getting these eventually. I don't know. Yeah.
The orange ones?
These ones here. Yeah. I kind of like them.
Yeah. That was the third one that dropped, right?
Yes.
Okay. Also, what's the price on those?
They're about the same.
Okay. I didn't think those
a little lower.
Yeah, a little less. I thought those were going to be a brick, because when I first saw them, I didn't think they looked nice at all. I thought, honestly, they look too much like
my hat,
cheap sporting goods. Yeah, like your hat, like
my hat, like something you would buy at Walmart, or some
exactly like the Walmart hunting clothes,
or Ronan Sports and Western.
Anything from a gas station. Once again, back to talking about gas stations.
Right.
We talk about gas stations
this looks like something that you would buy at a town pump for sure.
Yeah, dude.
To go to Lucky Lil's in. Shout out to
Town Pump. Yeah, shout out to Town Pump. They should sponsor us. We've brought up various gas stations, Town Pump, Cenex, all the staples.
They're important fixtures when you grow up in the country in Montana.
We should find a chain like Town Pump, something that we could something we both have patronized, and Town Pump I have patronized. So we should get sponsored.
That would be first sponsor would be the
shout out to Town Pump. You can get bean burritos and a hunting hat and some fuel. So
now, right. I'm gonna take it back to the shoes. Now, I was thinking about this. I'm gonna bring this one up. I was looking at this just before we started talking. Now this
that was the first one.
This is the first one. Well, this is the second. This is the reverse duck, because there was the duck camo, which had camo.
Camo.
This is the reverse duck camo.
Yeah, but that was the first of the three that dropped, wasn't it?
Recently. This is let me search for it. The original, here it is. This is the original. This was the first one.
Oh,
this one I believe is worth a lot, because it was
an Atmos collab though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's a place that's in Japan, right?
Yeah, I think that is a Japanese brand.
So I think you could only get these in Japan.
Okay.
Couldn't even get them in the US. So if you have these, that's a flex.
You're a cool cat if you got them.
I'm also noticing the leather on the, did you see this leather here on the
swoosh?
Yeah, the swoosh on that is like
black, looks like.
No, it's black, but it's like what is that? Like a ostrich or something?
Oh, it is. It's some kind of texture.
And then oh man, I really like these. But I'm not paying that much for
You're
them.
not paying $1,000 for them.
No,
maybe you could get them when you film a special.
Yeah.
In 40 years when we're allowed to do stand-up again.
Right. Get the actually, I would. Also, I think these look way better with the black laces in them and not the white laces.
Ooh, yeah, they would look better with black laces.
I mean, it would take it down a little bit, but I think it would make
it would make the infrared pop more.
Exactly. It would
the white fucks up the infrared on the upper there.
Yep.
Like I feel like it takes away from that, whereas a black wouldn't take away from it as much.
Right. So that's what this originally was, and then they did the reverse duck, which was the one that I also took an L on this one. This was the first shoe I tried to get on the Nike's app. Like, kind of started my journey down that. Down trying to get that. I might try to get these. I like these ones, and I think I would like those them more
better than the orange ones
with a black lace in there. I think these ones would be super sick.
I like them a lot better than the orange ones. I think the orange are by far my least favorite of the three.
I would agree.
It'd be the ones you have, then those, then the orange ones.
Yeah, these are my favorite as well.
And I'm not counting the original because it's outlandishly expensive.
Yeah, and yeah, it's really hard to get here.
Yeah.
Now, I think this one had the same swoosh as the reverse duck, because this has just like a tumbled leather on mine, and it looks like it's that like ostrich that kind of is reminiscent to like the Tiffany dunks. For some reason, I associate them with that.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not really.
The Diamond Supply Tiffany dunks. This leather that's on here.
Okay.
It reminds me of that.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's the same leather. Don't understand why these are so expensive. I mean,
because people want dunks this year.
Dude, no, these are the dunks that started it all.
So people want dunks this year. So those are definitely going to be the most expensive.
These are the dunks that started the whole skate sneakerhead like thing, where the two came together. Was on
those were like the first Nike SB skate shoe.
It was a collab with the Diamond Supply Company, which is just like they just make like skateboard hardware.
Okay.
And they modeled it after the Tiffany Diamond, like Tiffany's box sort of thing.
Okay.
And it was like they got a designer from Diamond Supply to do this Tiffany,
the colorway.
To do this colorway, and I think that color is from Tiffany. I don't really know, but it's supposed to be like the Tiffany Diamond box. Are you familiar with that stuff?
I know it's a brand of jewelry.
It's
beyond that. I don't.
The box is like a Tiffany's box. It's in a lot of like rap videos and rap.
Yeah, that's where I know the name is, that it's from rap music.
But so this Tiffany dunk was like the first one where like sneakerheads were going to, because you could only get it at skate shops.
Okay.
And this was where the sneakerheads started going to skate shops and like camping out. And this is kind of what I'm pretty sure that this is where the whole like SB started to collab with like people doing collaborations. Like they all kind of came from this. So this is sort of the original one.
All right. So that would explain why it's so expensive.
Outrageously expensive. Yes.
Yeah. And especially this year though. Now the dunks are back in, like
they
people are, I'm sure, clamoring for that. What's the graph on that one like over the years? Has it gone up? And I
mean, it was still
way up.
So when I mean, but even for like,
it was still like what, $1,000?
Yeah, it looks like, so it's like $750 here in 2015, and then now, yeah, it's gone back up.
Yeah, it went crazy
in popularity
this year with the Dunk.
The high isn't as
they had
crazy.
a pair of those at Index the other day that was used. Somebody got them for like $100. They were like a size 9.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, I saw it on their Instagram, like their Instagram story. They were just like, we just got these, $95. And then like 10 minutes later, sold.
That's so funny.
And then it was like a dude posted them and they reposted his story. And he was just like, yo, shout out the Index. You know?
Yeah.
Fire emoji.
Fire emoji. Yeah, is Index open?
Yeah.
I'm worried about, I should not go back in there for a little while.
Because you're going to spend some money.
Dude, I'm going to buy more shit. Like, I'm trying to cool it on this. But there is a part of me that kind of wants to get the whole collection of these ones, is to get just the orange ones.
To have a collection, like to have all 3 of something.
Yeah, to kind of have all 3. And then, of course, they'll probably come out with another one. And I'm like, damn it, I got a blue one. Actually, a blue one I would be
a blue one would be fire.
Dude,
I think a blue one would be cool. Blue with that gray camo.
With this camo? Oh, my God.
That camo with blue would be sick.
Like a electric-y blue.
Yeah, like the blue on those.
Or even a royal, honestly.
4s that you have.
Oh, yeah.
Like the bright royal from the 4s that you have.
Yeah. Or.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Air Max 90. There's an Air Max 90 that's blue. No, that's not the one I'm thinking of. Never mind. I saw it the other day.
I think I know which one you're talking about.
It's like blue and gray and black and white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This isn't quite the blue that I'm thinking of, but yeah, it would be sick. It'd be really sick with that.
Well, listen up, Nike. Make a blue one.
Yeah, do a size 10 collab.
Yeah, do a collaboration with us.
With us for our dude. Someday we'll. Oh man, that would be what. So if you got the opportunity to do a collab with Nike
on any
just like
any
or
silhouette.
Jordan, any silhouette, anything.
Ooh.
What color scheme would you do, and what sneaker?
What shoe?
Yeah, like you could do like a retro, or
I might do a blazer. I think a blazer.
Really?
Yeah, the blazer would be up there for me. Okay. I like the blazer.
You don't have any though.
I do. I have those Sakai's.
Oh, that's right. You do. These ones right here. You have the Sakai blazer. Stranger Things. What's this?
No, I don't have a Stranger Things one.
I mean, it's a.
They did do a Stranger Things collab on a couple.
I just wanted to pull up just in case anybody didn't know what the Nike blazer looks like. This silhouette's kind of like.
I think it's a cool. It's like their old basketball sneaker from like the 70s or something.
Yeah,
it's called the Blazer because of the Portland Trail Blazers, who are doing pretty well. I think.
I didn't know that. Because
apparently Damian Lillard is just crushing it.
Oh
yeah,
crushing it.
Like he's doing really well.
I didn't know that. I didn't put that together. I don't know why until I lived here, and I was like, oh,
the Trailblazers are here, Nike's here.
I don't know how I never put that together, because my friend was obsessed with. I had a skate friend. Shout out to my homeboy Alan Gerlach. He always wore these when we went snow skating. These were his snow skate shoes, which is crazy.
The Blazers,
but he would modify them. I think I really want to have him on the pod to talk about a pair of them, because what he would do is he would take because he didn't like Nike as a company. I don't know. So he would take the swooshes off and then flip them upside down and glue them back on.
So he was doing the backwards swoosh thing like before Travis Scott, but it was upside down.
He took the same. Yeah, it wasn't like reversed. It was upside down.
Oh.
So
yeah, because the Blazer has the swoosh that wraps around the back.
Exactly. So we would just take like
upside down.
Yeah, we would just take a thing, cut them off, and flip them upside down. Yeah. because then they didn't look like Nikes anymore, and you couldn't really tell. Also, like we had sponsors, and like so there was sort of like certain things. Like for a minute, we had to all wear Vans, like, and then Vans cut their entire snow skate team, and like we all got like a bunch of pairs of them, and then they like cut everybody and like just kind of just ghosted us. Like it was funny. They were just like, yeah, we're doing these winter shoes now, but they're not technically snow skate shoes.
Yeah.
That was a
I don't know what I would do on the colorway. I haven't really thought that much about this. But yeah, the Blazer would be up there. Or an Air Max 97. I like the 97. I think there's some cool stuff you can, like, that kind of lends itself to creativity because it's got all the layers. You could come up with some.
Is that the one with the, like, lines on it?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know about a Jordan, which one I would do.
The Witherspoon. There's like these gold ones that they just cannot give away. I feel like nobody likes them. I just saw them at every sneaker store that the Air Max 97 gold, all gold. You seen those?
Yeah. I thought that was one of the classics. The silver one is like the original. And
I bet they did it for the metallic gold. I bet you they did it for the Olympics. That didn't happen.
Yeah, the original was a silver.
I saw
that one.
Those were everywhere, and I was just like, they just look. I don't know. They look terrible.
There's a different gold one that looks way better than that.
Call it the Donald.
Yeah, this one's different. Gold
this
metal.
Silver one.
Yeah, if you just look up Air Max 97, they should be both the silver one and the gold one.
The silver bullet.
Yeah, silver bullet. Yeah, that one's a golf.
You're right. Oh.
Just type 97. Yeah.
My bad.
That was like the original colorway. And that one doesn't stick around.
I don't hate this. I don't hate this one.
I like the 97. I think there's a lot of room for creativity on that one. And then if I were to do a Jordan collab, I think I would want to do a 10. Just because I like the 10, but there's so many colorways that are just kind of boring, and I'd like to do a bright, crazy one. Well, that one's
obviously the Dornbecker's always gonna. In the.
Yeah, you see how the 10, like that one's got like a candy stripe on it or whatever, but there's a lot of grays and blacks and whites. You know, like, is that the Shadow?
This is the cool gray.
The Shadow is like, I think the Shadow is that without the orange on the.
Oh, okay.
Sounds kind of similar to that.
So you would
I like the silhouette. I know it's also one of those Jordans that not that many people like. It's kind of overlooked. I think just because all the colorways, they're mostly like black, gray, and white. Is like the majority of the colorways. There's a lot of kind of drab. And they look nice, but they're not like flashy and crazy. And I think it'd be cool to have a pair of 10s that's like crazy colors.
Yeah. Yeah. That would be cool.
So those are my answers.
Those are your answers to it.
I didn't narrow it down to anything. I just sort of brainstormed ideas.
Yeah, a couple of things. Yeah. I mean, I did just hit you with it. I've been thinking about it as you were talking and just, not listening like I'm a
Makes sense.
Terrible host, I would do, obviously, Jordan. I would do a Jordan 4.
Okay.
And I would probably do something in the vein of it'd be like black and camo and probably like with some blaze orange. Like I would do the wings in like a plasticky blaze orange. I think that would be sick.
Oh, that would be cool.
With like, I'm not looking at, because we've looked at so many shoes. I'll bring a pair up. Like, let's see. This be a good one. So I would probably put like, I'm just going to bring this one up. The one I also was looking at, what is the price on this? Yeah, it hasn't gone down. I would do this all in a orange. I would do, and then like I would layer this with like in a camo-esque thing. So it would be like black with like your your two tones of sort of like
a
on my
couple
patch
tones
here.
of green and a gray and a brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. With
it wouldn't
like a
actually
wild...
be camo, but it would have all the colors of camo.
I guess I'm kind of describing the Undefeated. Like, now that I'm thinking about it. I think now that, like, I'm sort of describing I'm sort of it would okay. I guess I have to rethink it. Except I'm thinking like this would be
I think yours would be far enough away if it's
and then
basically
like
inspired by camo.
Right, and then but then I'd put like a brown here.
Yeah, like each layer.
This would be like a tan with your blaze orange. Spidey
There'd
wing.
be like a gray. Something would be gray. Something would be dark
gray
green.
mesh.
Something would be light green.
Exactly.
Something be tan. Something be brown. Something be black.
Yeah. That's how
that would be cool.
I think that would be sick. And
I think
it would sell
really cool.
so well.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, who knows? I think I could, you know what? I'm going to say it on here. Who cares? I think I could design some really cool retros just by like my color with like color palettes that I like. And the reason that I think I could design some really good ones is because when I look through the shoes without looking at the price of them, there's the ones that stand out to me without knowing anything about it tend to be some of the most expensive, most sought after ones. And it has, and that is me coming into it purely from a design sense, purely from a aesthetic sense, not from a hype sense whatsoever. I have no idea what the hype is on it. I don't even, and I get frustrated because I'm like, oh, it's worth so much money. Like I tend to like, I found those M&M ones and I was like, what the fuck? They're 40. And then I did some research on how much or what they were. And I'm like, okay, I understand why they're worth that much, but I'm pissed because I like them, not because they're M&Ms, purely because
colorway.
I like the colorway.
I like a cool design, and
it would match a lot of the clothes that I wear. $40,000. I'm not spending $40,000. Yeah, but so for me, that's very validating. Even like these Undefeated, I really want these, but like I would never pay what they're like. What I don't know. If you can even find a pair right now.
They're just super, super rare.
They're so expensive. Yeah, because they're super rare. And there's none on StockX right now.
No, that's fair.
But if there were a pair, they'd be going for, the last one went for, $3,000.
That's crazy.
I wouldn't.
No, I believe that you could design some, because, I mean, underwear is slightly different than shoes, but not really. Like, you're still trying to come up with things that people like the way they look so that they buy them.
Exactly.
Like, you literally run a clothing business.
So I think about this stuff.
Increasingly more successful. So like it doesn't, it's not an unfounded claim.
Yeah. I did
like have some semblance of an idea what people might want to buy.
Yeah. And what the like a collab would look like. But see,
all right, one more question on the collab though.
Yeah.
If you couldn't do a Jordan, you had to do a different Nike silhouette.
I would, if I could do any sneaker, let's see.
No, but it has to be Nike. It can't be an Osiris D3.
No. I would do, I would do this silhouette, which is one of my favorites. I'm going to pull up the McFly colorway. I have the camo. I do have the camo ones of these. This is one of my favorite shoes of all time.
Yeah.
But the thing that sucks about it is, so we will do an episode on my camo ones. This degrades really bad.
Yeah,
and so mine are
like
10 years old.
Plasticky, rubberized.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
It was made for skateboarding. And actually, I had a pair of these. I had the, I'll show you the colorway that I had. I remember I got them like super on sale, and I bought 2 pairs of them. I had this colorway. Dude, the longest lasting pair of skate shoes, so comfortable. And these were like super uncool at the time. Like everyone was just like, this was before trainers became cool. It was still skating was still kind of in that like Vans-y, like exclusively. And then sort of the trainer stuff started happening as Nike kind of was the one sort of pushing it that direction. But this was the first sort of trainer. It was like purely performance. So like this held up a long time with like when you skate and when you do like kickflips and stuff. And it was really breathable, which was awesome for summertime skating. So you had this hard surface, but this is all perforated. So like it was like wearing, I don't know, like a sandal almost. Like the air just went straight through it. It's amazing. I do have a pair of them that I bought last year, but the toe is just cracked all through here.
Yeah, so, I remember that was with your Camo ones that toe thing cracks too.
Yeah. If I could do a silhouette, I would try to get Nike to do this one again.
Okay.
And I would they did some kind of wild things, but like you could do some, like, there's like this orange one, which is pretty rad.
Yeah, I like that. I like that silhouette better than that other one that you were just showing me.
This one?
Yeah, I don't really like the way that one looks.
But does
that one not even have laces?
No, they have laces.
It doesn't look.
They're like there was two versions of it. There's this one that had the lace. There's laces, but they were kind of like tucked inside.
They're like tucked in. Okay.
Yeah, they're like little loops, and then you hook the lace.
Yeah,
and it was like a really short lace. The other style. Where they have the ones I have are this style.
Yeah, they are, and I do think that's a cool shoe.
Yeah, I like this colorway too with the
splatter. The silver colored.
And so I would probably do something sort of like I would love to see this shoe, but in this silhouette. That would be sick. Like with your like the Volt.
That would be cool.
I would do like this would be black, this would be Volt, and like I'd probably do this in the green, and then like here would be I would do like a splatter like that because I really like that splatter look, but it would be either Volt or black or some combination, almost so it looks like you were like spray painting.
Or like black with the green speckles and
that would be sick. Like
white speckles and stuff. Yeah,
that's cool. Probably what I would do if I was like, they were like, choose anything. I would be like, all right, well, we're bringing back my favorite shoe. I did find some at some point, but it was just like, after I bought the one, I was like, I don't want to buy it. And then I couldn't find it again. I don't know if it is on here, but there was like a blue one. That was, it was on eBay. It's not in here. And it was a pretty cool colorway, but I decided not to get it because my other ones, like, they were fine. And then I wore them one time and they just cracked immediately. And then the sole started ripping from anyway, I have a story about that shoe, but I'm not going to tell it because we're going to have to do that an episode about that shoe. So I guess it's like a little touch on that. So in closing,
we're running short on time here, but
we are. What were you going to say though?
No, I was going to start the closing thing. So if you're robbed tomorrow and those are the only thing they take,
would I replace them?
You get $180 from insurance. All right.
I would absolutely replace them because I really like these ones.
Yeah.
And I would not get them in a different color. I would get them in the same color. Oh, I did. This is a random thing. I sized up. So I'm typically a size 10, but on this one, I went size 10 and a half. And I'm really happy about that because it fits nicely.
Yeah, because you have a super wide foot.
I have a wide
My foot isn't as wide as yours, and I wear a size 10 in Air Maxes.
Yeah.
As well as a size 10 and everything else, too. That's true to size. So, but you've got like a super wide foot.
Yeah. So
if you've got like a super wide foot, then the Air Max, they do kind of run a little narrow.
Yeah. So I was really glad I was able to like try yours on.
Yeah.
And sort of make that decision. And I was like, all right, I'm going to just go up a half size. And I'm very happy with that decision. Sorry. In closing though, the one thing I don't like about this that I didn't like about it is the box. I know it's a classic box, but it's like for a pretty hyped shoe, it's just like the thinnest cardboard.
Yeah, no, the Air Maxes do come in those kind of.
It's like
regular
like a
Nike
running
boxes.
store. I don't know, discount. It just that would be my that was my only real complaint with it. The unboxing experience was like kind of disappointing. Like once I got the shoe out, I was stoked, but like
unboxing experience.
Yeah, though.
We just sound. Yeah, I know.
But it's like it came slightly damaged, you know, like the box. It wasn't like a damaged box, but it's like such a thin cardboard that of course it's gonna be. Yeah. Regardless, like that's like it's so thin. Like it. Like I've seen vegetables come in thicker. I guess that's to kind of keep them. But to me, that just sort of like the value of it kind of like went down a little bit. And I was like, because I paid upwards of about $200 all in to get these. And so it's like,
and this then is not a come in a fucking
box that looks like I got it from box. Yeah, that I got it from
Nike. Step like your box game up, Nike.
Dude, they do though. Like even like I know it's like
they have some good boxes, but also the Air Max is like a premium shoe.
It is, and it's like a very sought after shoe. Does?
On their Ultra Boost, which is also a premium shoe, they put it in a nice box. It says Boost on the side. Big letters, it's distinctive.
It just
this isn't your the Air Max isn't the fucking like what bullshit like mall shoe. You're not getting those like what's the store?
Well, the thing is these like they sold out immediately.
Those aren't the Nikes that they sell at like
Journeys. You can't get this. Yeah, you can't get this at Famous Footwear, but it looks like it's been sitting and tried on by a million people, you know, like it looks like it's been smushed in a stack of boxes. That would be my biggest complaint about them is the box. Like I almost am going to like throw the box away, and I usually keep the boxes.
Yeah, no, I have a few of those Nike boxes because I have some Air Maxes and some other random Nike.
But even like the Nike box right behind you, what is that one?
Which, this one?
No, the red. What box is that for?
This one?
The go back one. Yeah, that one.
This one. This is from the ones.
Okay.
But this is a pretty nice box.
Yeah. See? That's a nice box. Added value.
Yeah. It's not like the greatest cardboard, but it's got some heft to it. It's not that cheap, shitty cardboard. I know exactly which box that is. There's 2 or 3 of them in a closet. They're not in the pile for a reason.
Exactly. I'm on like board. You're not like
they didn't make my art installation back here.
They didn't make it, and they're about to get out of my because like it just I don't like even keeping them in there because it cheapens the shoe. It makes me feel like I don't like the shoe as much, and I found that like I'm gonna get a different box
you're running a homeowners association in your box collection, and this one is just bringing down property values.
It is bringing down the property values of the rest
you gotta
of the
water your fucking lawn. You gotta water. You gotta mow.
Or just paint it green. Like do
your
something.
Ficuses are out of control, buddy. Fucking trim that shit.
It's got like dandelions everywhere.
That guy's got. He's like, but they're flowers. Fuck you.
Yeah, and a broken. There's a toilet for some reason. Like
you're running a Lake Oswego neighborhood down there. You're about to write a nasty letter.
Right. Yeah. All right. You want to close this out?
I guess so. Thanks for listening, you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. Follow us and listen on Spotify, listen on Apple Podcasts. We drop new episodes every Wednesday, so stay tuned. Thanks for listening.